G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, we're in the big green shed. Sorry, I've still got my work clothes on, we're not wearing any fancy attire. So, what we're looking for today is some sockets for this UPS that I've got, uninterrupted power supply, for those who don't know what that means. Now, please don't get annoyed at me. I know I could go to the electrical wholesaler and it would be much cheaper, but basically I haven't decided how I'm gonna do it, and I'm backwards and forwards to my electrician mate, and so I just wanted to get a visual, you know what I mean? So he's coming over this Arvo, so I'm trying to get the parts ready so when he comes over he can just throw this thing together for me. PS, like, it's much easier to film in Bunnings than the supermarket because they're not playing music, so I don't have copyright issues. Alright, I'm gonna look around and I'll get back to you. See you in a minute. Peace. What? Why did I say peace? That was dumb. This isn't the end of the video or the end of the vlog. I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, so we're picking up a bit of silicone while we're here for tomorrow's project and some acetone, but I had to look at this. Terps water based. I don't understand. For use to clean up water based paints. Why would you not just use water? Anyway, let's get the acetone and we'll get out of here. Alright guys, I don't know how I'm going to turn today into footage because I don't want to film this UPS getting wired up, but we'll get it wired up and I'll show you once it's finished. We'll see if it works or not. So we're not wiring it up the proper way to see. We're wiring it up to test it. It is going to be 100% safe. We're not doing anything dodgy, but eventually I want to make like a full junction box with, like, you know, you might know from like a caravan how it's got the input plug on the side of it. So we'll do that eventually, but I didn't want to spend like that much money and the thing doesn't even work, because we actually don't know whether it's going to work yet or not. It's secondhand. Yeah. Anyway, so I told you guys yesterday that the koi pond was looking green. Now, either I was telling a lie or the UV has worked incredibly fast in the last, well, not even 24 hours because it's on a timer, so it's only been on for like 10 hours. But I'll show you guys. Alright, so maybe we'll go underwater. Let's see if you guys can still hear me when we go underwater. I'm trying to hold it so the microphone is still above the water, but I've got no idea whether it is or not. So I think the mic's out of water, but see that far corner where that fish is? I want you guys to get an idea of the clarity. See that pot at the very back corner there? That's 6 meters away from where I'm holding the camera. So that's 6 meters of clarity to that corner. I love how clear this pond is, and there's no fancy filtration or anything. I'm trying to look. I can't remember where the mic is, but hopefully you can hear me during that. I guess if you couldn't hear me when I'm editing it, I'm going to have to do a voiceover. Alright, I'll see you in the shed. Alright, so here's the UPS. This thing is huge. So that is a silicone canister for you guys to get an idea on the size of this thing. It weighs 115 kilos. It is the heaviest thing I've ever lifted for the size and for the amount of space that it takes up. I've never lifted anything this heavy before. So I originally wanted to wall mount it there, but that's a solid no. There's no way that I am going to get that up there. So my second idea, I want to put it on this table here, but I still got no way to get it up onto the table. I can't think of anything. So anyway, we're gonna get the wiring done and we'll figure something out. Alright, so I did a dumb thing, and I did another dumb thing as well as the dumb thing. Step one, dumb thing. I just got that up there by myself with a trolley jack, couple of buckets, and an old UPS which I used as like a hoist. I got it to like halfway, it was about this high, and then I rolled it over. The toolbox was in the way, so I was like holding this with one hand, sliding the toolbox across. I wish I recorded it, because it would have made great footage. And it was just a dumb idea, but you know me, impatient. My mate's going to be over in the next half hour, and I still insist on trying to do it myself. But I don't know where the tripod is. Anyway. Alright, so I found the tripod. It was in the fish room. Who would have thought? The main place that I ever film, and that's where my tripod is. Sorry about the noise, guys. Water change system's just turned on. Water changes is running well on the RBCs. There's no leaks, which is great. Now, I destroyed this other UPS, but it's got dead batteries anyway. Oh fuck! This thing is so heavy. I don't know if you guys realise how much of an achievement it is that I got this up here by myself. But I need to spin it around to stand it up. Got power cord stuck under it. I'm intrigued to open it up and have a look, because I want to actually see physically what makes this thing this heavy. It's kind of wider at the top. Oh. Holy fuck. Sorry for the language, but that's insane. Alright, I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright, so it's up and running. There's a few, I don't really know how to use it yet, but I've got an instruction manual inside, so we're going to go have a look at that. But it turned on without any issues, so I've just got it hooked up to the air pump that's on this at the moment, that little one. I'm not going to swap that around until we get some charge in it, and make sure it works, you know what I mean? There's no point in hooking it up just yet when that air pump is so critical for my fish room. Alright guys, so that thing, the UPS won't kick over, but I'm just going to leave it plugged in for 24 hours and we'll see if it charges. Sorry today's video is pretty uneventful, but maybe we'll have a look at a couple of fish before we end the video. I feel like the channel hasn't had much fish on it lately. It's been all about hardware and stuff. So let's have a look at some fish. Alright, so first up, stingray pups. Everyone keeps asking about them. I haven't sold any. I haven't done anything with them yet. I don't want to sell them too young because I've made a mistake with that before. And See, if you look here, there's some pellets at the bottom still. That's got me worried. That means that they're not all eating pellets. They're still on bloodworms, so it's a bit annoying. The flower horn fry. Now, obviously we're talking about these the other day. This pond feels really cold, actually. So they haven't really changed much in this basket. I think it... What's the temperature? 27. Temperature's alright. I don't think the basket made as much difference as I thought it was going to. Oh, I didn't even catch one then. It's made a little bit of a difference. Oh, that was lucky, it almost fell in the pond. But this one that I put in isolation here is darker than them, even though this one isn't under isn't on a dark background. But this grey tub doesn't even look that grey under the light. It looks a lot lighter there than it did when I bought it from the shop. I said a Tropheus crabro. I really want to breed these guys. I get asked all the time if I've got them for sale, but I've only had one mouthful from them, and I noticed she swallowed it pretty quickly, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on them, eager to see if any of them hold, and I might strip them early, just because they don't seem to hold for long. And I don't know how many males are in there. I know there's one of those big ones at the back is definitely female, but I think there might only be like 3 or 4 girls in there, the rest all males. See them chasing each other around. The Oscars are looking really good. I need to move them. They've outgrown the tank they're in. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them, but I guess we'll figure that out in the next few weeks. I don't want to sell them. I definitely want to keep them, but I just don't know where I'm going to keep them. But look, she's amazing. I love her. He has nicer fins than her, but like her albino colouring is just so vibrant. I really want to try to breed these guys. I know they're only Oscars, but just something about this pair really gets me ticking. We've got the Tropheus behind there. I really need to think about selling them. And there's the colony of Lawasi in there, but they're not. I shouldn't really have them together. Like if you look, the Lawasi are really skinny, and that's because I feed the Tropheus lightly. So they're not really working well as tank mates. I'm gonna leave this one there, guys. Sorry it was pretty short. Drop a comment. Let me know if you do enjoy just visiting the fish. I definitely think it's something I've neglected on the channel, is just showing you guys the fish, like a good 20-second clip to a minute clip, so you can actually see the fish swimming around. Like now I'm thinking about it, I've never really done that, and I think that should be a part of my channel, is you guys checking out the fish. Alright, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.